Hi there. Are you ready to learn something new today? Well, I truly hope so, because this is why I created this video, so that it could be super informative, and that if you are a beginner, that you will feel so much more confident taking on doing a design like this. So I'm working on a wedding cake, and I decided to do a stencil imprint on it because I feel like it speaks elegance once we use the right stencil. So the stencil that I'm using, I did cut off the sides to make it more easier to work with, and I made sure that I had my little pins on the side, making sure I have everything that I will need right by me, so that when I'm working quickly, I don't need to be all over the place gathering for things. So for this, you're going to need your spatula, your stencil, some pins, and of course that delicious vanilla American buttercream. Excuse my chickens in the background. I'm from the Caribbean, okay? So I want you to work quickly. Firstly, before you even attempt to stencil your cake, make sure that it has been chilled in the refrigerator for at least 2 to 3 hours, not in the freezer, but in the refrigerator. And I'll tell you later on why I choose to refrigerate it instead of freezing it. So once you start to apply your buttercream, you want to work as quickly as possible and make sure all of the area is covered before you start to remove the excess buttercream. As mentioned, you want to work as quick as possible, but at the same time making sure that you're doing a great job, because you do want your stencil imprint to come out really, really nicely. Once you're satisfied with the way the buttercream has been applied, it's now time for you to use your scraper and remove the excess buttercream. Be sure not to remove every bit of buttercream, because you do need some buttercream to make the imprint on the cake, but do remove as much as the excess as possible, making sure that you leave ample amounts to actually do the job of leaving an imprint on your beautiful cake that you're about to have. It's now time for you to see how beautiful this has come out. So by removing your pins and then removing your stencil, you are going to reveal the good job that you have done once you follow all the steps that I have given to you. Isn't that beautiful? All we're going to do now is we are going to repeat this process until the entire cake is covered. This is going to be a two-tiered cake, but this video is going to show you the context of me doing the bottom tier, which is an 8-inch 2-layer fruit cake. Now, as mentioned before, the reason why I choose to refrigerate the cake instead of freezing the cake is because I do not want the cake to start sweating when I take it out of the freezer and then start to stencil the cake at a different room temperature. In my room is pretty cool, but of course not as cold as the freezer. So I prefer to refrigerate the cake for this very same reason. We want to avoid any sweating, and we want to make sure that our cake comes out as beautiful and flawless as possible. Now, I know that many other people freeze their cakes for this process, but I don't find that that works best for me. Also, if the cake is way too cold when you're applying the buttercream, sometimes the print from the stencil does not stick. The buttercream hardens inside of the pattern of the stencil, and we don't want that headache happening. So just refrigerate the cake. Long story short, refrigerate your cake instead of freezing the cake whenever you're going to apply a stencil design. So I do trust that you have been enjoying this video so far and have found it to be very informative. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I have so much more to share with you, and I know that you will find value in this. Now, this step is my way of stacking cakes, okay? If you check out my other videos, you will see many other more, but this one is just the same. I find it so much more easier for me to stack my cakes like this than any other way that I have tried. Trust me, you want to watch this stacking method and give it a try for yourself. I know that you will be super, 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 super grateful for this. But thanks again for watching, and please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share if you would like as well. But thank you so much for your time. It is greatly appreciated for watching this wedding cake video.